Hello everyone, and welcome to my Y&R American TV Show official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Lucy enters into Crimson Lights and sees Faith. The older girl takes her into her arms, and she cries. Faith gets Lucy a drink, and the girl apologizes for losing it. Faith tells her there's no reason to apologize. She can't begin to understand how heartbreaking this is for her. Lucy cries. She can't believe her mom is gone. I miss her so much. She never believed there would be a time when she wouldn't be there. She hopes she could take back the dreadful words she said to her and could tell her how much she loves her. Lucy would hold her and never let her go. Faith asks whether she knows any more about what occurred. Lucy has no idea. It's so crazy. Faith knows this is the toughest thing she's ever had to face, but she needs to guarantee this tragedy won't lead to her doing something. Lucy says, stupid, like drinking. She confesses she's been tempted. At the club, Chance tells Summer he wishes Daniel would let him search the flat. Summer narrows her eyes. You don't actually think Heather was having an affair, do you? Chance wants to let the evidence rule it out. He'd rather accomplish it with Daniel's cooperation. Summer tells him the idea he's made is difficult for her brother. Chance tells her this is the only hope he has of obtaining their family the answers they need. At Daniel's apartment, he tells Phyllis that Chance suspected that Heather may have had a lover. He told him it was rude, and on top of that, he wants to search the apartment. Phyllis finds out he refused to let him, and tells her son he needs to let Chance do it. It's a major error not to let it. Daniel shakes his head. Phyllis thinks Chance is a professional and knows what to look for. There could be something he and Lucy wouldn't find important. She doesn't believe Heather had a lover, but he needs to let Chance find that out. Maybe there's a clue that will tell them what happened. It's an investigation, Daniel. Let him do his job. She offers to start searching herself, and Daniel holds up his hands. Okay, Daniel tells Phyllis he's not ready to go through Heather's belongings, and he doesn't want her doing it either. Phyllis understands. Daniel claims it's all he can do every day just to walk past her things. He can still smell her perfume on the bedding. Her slippers are there, but he can't bring himself to take them up. Chance isn't going to find anything. What happened to Heather was an accident. What does he expect to find in their home? Even if the worst happened, the solutions aren't there. Phyllis knows it would be horrible for him and Lucy. If there's nothing there, let Chance figure it out. Alternatively, he might locate something that would tell them about Heather's last moments. Just consider what I'm saying. At home, Sharon arranges sunflowers into a bouquet and then takes up her phone. She calls Nick, who is just entering the coffee house terrace. She asks whether he's busy and wants him to meet her at the park. At the park, Nick finds Sharon waiting with a picnic. This is how we are going to spend our afternoon. Nick's perplexed about why she's doing all this for him. Sharon says to thank him for supper the other night. I got all your favorites. Nick makes a weirded out face. Sharon tells him he's been supportive, and it's time she did something for him. She pours him some bubbly and explains she's avoiding booze on her new medicines. She feels so much better the past few days and attributes a lot of that to him coming to her rescue again. Nick compliments the spread, and Sharon reminds him of the first time he made him her famous chocolate chip cookies. She makes small chat about work and says this reminds her of a picnic they had when they first started dating. Nick doesn't recall. Sharon tells him he'd laid up delights from all across town. Nick recalls it started to pour and they had to hide under a tree. They chuckle about the picnic getting swept away. Sharon continues, and then, you kissed me. She was smitten. Nick comments, young and dumb in love. Sharon wouldn't have changed a thing. In his office, Billy throws a file on the desk and dials Esther to get Dawn and Sales on the phone. He's missing deadlines. Billy's laptop rings. It's Jill. He answers warmly and asks how she's feeling. Jill tells him she wouldn't be smiling if she were him. This is not going to be pleasant. Billy puts Jill up on the monitor on the wall. He's anxious about her health. Jill maintains this has nothing to do with that. She's doing lot better. In fact, she's anticipating a clear bill of health from his Uncle Snapper shortly. Billy tells him how thrilled she is, and that the kids can't wait to see her. Jill's already spoken to them. She hears from them more than she does from him. Billy claims he's got his nose to the grindstone. Jill has heard. Billy asks whether there's something wrong. Jill growls, "You bet there's something wrong." Jill shouts, "Did you really think I wouldn't hear about all these outrageous actions you've taken without my input or consent?" Billy insists he's making solid business judgments. Jill yells, "How is firing Lily a sound business decision when she knows more about this company than you will ever know?" Billy reminds his mother she granted him full power. Jill yells that he used it to get rid of Lily, let Chance walk, and replace them with Phyllis Summers of all people. Billy justifies his decision to hire the redhead. Jill questions if he's out of his mind. "Are you on a one-man mission to bring down the whole Chancellor Empire?" At the club, Summer feels helpless. It's terrible enough witnessing Daniel and Lucy going through this, but putting an investigation on top of it is a million times worse. Chance wants to fix this as swiftly as possible. Summer wishes there was more she could do. Chance promises her that she can help Daniel confront whatever comes next. Suddenly, he gets a text. Her brother asks him to come over. At Crimson Lights, Faith offers Lucy praise for stopping herself from drinking. Lucy says he didn't do it for herself. She battled the temptation since she knew her mom would have loathed it. Even though she's gone, it feels like she sees everything now. Lucy doesn't want to disappoint her. "So, I did it for her." Faith assures her that doesn't sound crazy. It's nice to know her mom is constantly with her. Lucy screams that it's not fair that she never gets to see her again. Faith tells her that's why she has to keep her alive in her heart. Lucy cries over the police investigating. Who would want to hurt her? And why at Daniel's apartment? Chance says he was startled to hear from him. Daniel had time to think about it, and reconsidered. If Chance wants to, he's willing to let him search the place. Chance just wants to help bring him closure. Daniel's convinced he won't find the answers he's seeking for there. Chance learns Phyllis convinced him. Chance rips out gloves and Daniel complains about how this feels. He pleads with Chance to speed up so they can leave this phase of the investigation behind them. At the club, Phyllis tells Summer she tried to convince Daniel to let Chance check the flat. Summer tells her he called Chance to come over. Phyllis is glad and notes it must have been hard for her son. She hopes Chance will unearth some clue as to what happened to Heather. Summer wonders whether she believes Chance will find something that will change what Daniel believed about Heather. Phyllis doesn't believe Heather was having an affair. Daniel and Lucy were her universe. Summer agrees. She is convinced Chance won't stop until he gets to the truth. Phyllis thinks Billy will hire Daniel back at Chancellor to help him get his life back on track. At Crimson Lights, Faith tells Lucy she's confident Chance is simply being thorough by checking into every possibilities. Lucy thanks her for being so sweet. She regrets taking advantage of her generosity earlier. Faith tells her to forget about all of that. Lucy has truly never had a good friend. Her mom was always her dearest friend. "For most of my life, she was my only friend," she cries. The concept that someone wanted her dead, and the thought of what the last few minutes of her life were like. "Please, don't let that be how my mom died." Faith hugs her. Nick and Sharon walk in, and Sharon is horrified to see Faith carrying Lily. Nick and Sharon approach and he asks Lucy how she's doing. "She's not doing very well right now." Sharon answers, "Of course not," and hands her a tissue. She asks where Daniel is. Lucy says he's at home. She needed to get out. Nick asks how her dad is doing. Lucy says he's still in shock. They both are. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to us. At Abbott Chancellor, Billy asks his mother whether she really thinks he wants to see the company collapse. Jill says it appears that way. Billy guesses she received her information from Lily. Jill says she did. She should have gotten it from him. Billy was anxious about her health and didn't want to distract her from getting better. Jill feels this suggests he realized he was wrong. Billy denies that and tells her that Lily was screwing him over. She was secretly scheming to get him out, so she may run the company on her own. As for Chance, he gave him an ultimatum to make him an equal partner, but he's been at the company for 5 minutes. He's been making excellent business decisions he believed she would be proud of, but she has little faith in him. Jill thinks Billy overreacted to some fictional plot he believed Lily had hatched and might have tried more to keep Chance in the company. He should have consulted her. Her health is just an excuse. She tells him he's making catastrophic decisions. Billy didn't understand he needed to run every choice with her and defends employing Phyllis. Jill informs him that wherever she goes, calamity follows. Phyllis arrives in the door as Jill shouts, "The last person on earth we need is Phyllis Summers messing up things at Abbott Chancellor." Jill asks Phyllis to excuse them. They were having a private talk. Jill then threatens Billy that she'll be back in town for Abby and Devin's wedding. That allows him time to clean up his act and clear up the mess he's produced. Billy asks, "Or what?" He wants her to be clear. Jill tells him, "Right the ship, Billy. Fire Phyllis. Make up with Lily. You get her back, or I vow I will get rid of you and I will take back control of the company myself." In Daniel's apartment, Chance searches. They hear a phone, but it's not either of theirs. They hear it again, and Chance says, "Where's that coming from?" Daniel wonders if his mom left her phone. They hear the noise again. Chance tracks it to the liquor cupboard. He pulls out Heather's phone. "Do you recognize this?" Daniel says, "It looks like Heather's phone." At Crimson Lights, Nick and Sharon sit with Faith and Lucy, who tells them she woke up this morning thinking it was all a dream and her mother was in the kitchen baking her peanut butter banana pancakes. She could practically smell them. Then she remembered she was never going to see her mom again. Faith takes her hand as she tears and begs her to let it all out. Nick informs Lucy that losing someone that close to her is unbearable. They've been through it, but she'll get through it. Lucy screams that the police are investigating and she thinks that Chance is trying to blame her dad. It's like one giant nightmare, only she's completely awake. At Daniel's apartment, Chance asks Daniel if he received Heather's phone back from whoever found it. Daniel claims he didn't. He would have told him that. Chance asks, "Then what is this doing here?" Daniel has no idea. Chance turns back to the booze cabinet and reaches inside. He brings out a bundle of bloody towels. "What the hell is this, man?" Daniel says it looks like they're towels. He gawps. "Is that blood?" So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comment below. And if you like my videos, please press like and subscribe for more. I will see you guys next time.